Have you ever been boxed in by two defenders, with nowhere to go, and felt the ball slip away before you could even react? That's pressure football, and it's something every player experiences, whether you're pinned to the sideline, trapped in midfield, or holding off a charging defender near your own goal. The difference between losing possession and creating a game-changing play often comes down to three key things. First, close control of the ball, keeping it glued to your feet even in the tighter spaces. Second, using your body to shield, mastering your arms, hips, and positioning so the defender has to go through you to get the ball. Third, making the right decision, knowing exactly when to dribble, when to pass, and when to fake. In this session, we are going to break each of these skills down step by step, so you can stay calm, keep possession, and dictate the play, no matter how much pressure you're under. If there's one golden rule when playing under pressure, it's this: the closer the ball is to your feet, the less likely you are to lose it. In football, space and time are luxuries, and close control is what buys you both. But this isn't about slowing the game down to baby the ball. True close control is about sharp, active, and purposeful touches that allow you to react in a split second when a defender lunges in, when a passing lane opens, or when you need to turn out of danger. Let's break down the fundamentals of elite close control. First, keep your touches small and consistent, almost as if you're dribbling inside a phone booth with walls closing in. You want the ball moving in rhythm with your body, never straying more than a step away. Look at players like Andres Iniesta or Bernardo Silva. Even under intense pressing, the ball seems glued to their boots, ready to be shifted in any direction without breaking stride. Second, use both feet and every available surface, inside, outside, instep, and sole, to keep the ball in what I call your safe zone. This is your protected bubble, the area just outside the opponent's reach but always within your striking distance. A one-footed player is like an open book. Defenders read them easily, anticipate their moves, and close them down. Two-footed control forces defenders to hesitate, and in football, that split second of hesitation is priceless. Third, master what I call micro dribbles, ultra-short, controlled touches that keep the ball alive and your options open. Micro dribbles allow you to manipulate the ball not just forward, but also laterally and even diagonally, giving you the ability to pivot away from pressure instantly. It's the art of making the defender commit the wrong way, then slipping past them before they can recover. In the tighter spaces, the edge of the penalty box, congested midfield battles, or when trapped near the touchline, micro dribbles turn what could be a turnover into a launching pad for your next attack. If you've mastered close control and learn how to shield like a pro, there's still one more piece of the puzzle that decides whether you keep possession or gift it away: decision-making. In football, having the skill to beat a man is useless if you pick the wrong moment to use it. The smartest players aren't just good with the ball at their feet, they're good in their heads, reading the situation before it unfolds. Here's the golden rule: choose the action that gives you the highest chance of keeping the ball and progressing play. First, dribble when there's space to exploit or when you can unbalance the defender. This could be a one-on-one on the wing, a gap between defenders in midfield, or a moment when your marker has overcommitted to one side. Dribbling isn't just about moving the ball forward, it's about shifting the defensive shape and forcing reactions you can take advantage of. Second, pass when the pressure is tight and a teammate is in a better position. This is especially vital when you're surrounded or facing a double team. A quick, accurate pass can break the press and put your team on the front foot, while trying to dribble in that situation can easily result in losing possession. Passing under pressure isn't about bailing out, it's about making the smart choice to keep the game moving. Third, fake when you want to manipulate the defender and create your lane. This could be a body feint to open up space for a pass, a shoulder drop to make them bite before you dribble the other way, or even a no-look pass motion to freeze their positioning. The fake is your bait. Once the defender commits, you attack the gap they've left. The best players make these choices instinctively, but that instinct is built on constant scanning. Before you even receive the ball, you should already know where the defenders are, where your teammates are, and where the space is. That way, you're not reacting out of panic, you're acting with intent. In football, thinking one step ahead isn't an advantage. It's a necessity. You can have the best close control in the world, but until you've tested it at game speed, you won't know if it holds up when everything around you is moving at full pace. Small-sided situations are the closest thing to live match pressure. In a 3 versus 3 or 4 versus 4 on a tight pitch, there's nowhere to hide. Every touch is contested, every second counts, and you're forced to rely on quick feet, strong shielding, and instant decision-making. The ball moves faster, the defenders close in harder, and you learn to play in tight lanes where space disappears in a heartbeat. Add a short possession limit, say 5 to 10 seconds, and suddenly every choice becomes urgent. You can't just hold the ball for comfort, you must act with purpose. This sharpens your awareness and forces you to think 2 or 3 moves ahead, scanning for passing options and anticipating where the next defender will come from. Rotate through different positions so you feel pressure from every angle. In midfield, you'll face opponents charging from all directions. Out wide, you'll learn to escape when the touchline acts as a second defender. In defense, you'll discover how to win back possession without overcommitting. Each position teaches you a new dimension of pressure management. And when you're truly ready to push yourself, simulate relentless pressure, like a pressure chain, where fresh defenders rotate onto you every few seconds. The intensity never drops, and fatigue sets in fast. This is where your body shielding, micro dribbles, and split-second decisions are tested to their limits. In matches, these situations happen naturally, a defender pressing from behind, another closing from the front, and your teammate calling for the ball. The difference is, if you've trained under game speed pressure, you'll be ready to turn that chaos into control. In football, pressure doesn't just hit your legs, it hits your mind first. The fear of losing the ball can creep in before you even receive it, and once that fear takes hold, your body tends to rush. When you rush, your touch gets sloppy, your vision narrows, and your decision-making suffers. That's how good players end up giving the ball away in situations they could have handled calmly. Mental toughness under pressure is about creating space in your mind when there's no space on the pitch. It's the ability to slow the game down in your head, even when everything around you is moving at full speed. Rule number 1, breathe before making your move. That single breath is more powerful than you think. It's not just about oxygen, it's about telling your brain, I'm in control here. Even in a split second, that pause can reset your composure and help you see the field more clearly. Watch elite midfielders. They rarely look rushed, even in tight spaces, because they've mastered the art of staying calm under fire. Rule number 2, when you're trapped, don't panic. The natural instinct is to force a pass or attempt a desperate dribble, but that often plays straight into the defender's hands. Instead, protect the ball using your body as a shield, keep your head up, and scan for the moment when the defender overcommits or a teammate makes a supporting run. Sometimes the smartest move is to simply hold, pivot, and reset. Rule number 3, recover instantly from mistakes. In football, everyone loses the ball sometimes, even the best in the world. What separates great players from average ones is the speed of their mental recovery. If you dwell on an error, you'll still be thinking about it during the next play, and that hesitation can cost your team again. The faster you reset mentally, the faster you can win the ball back or get into position to help your side. Mental toughness also means maintaining confidence even when things aren't going your way. A bad touch, a misplaced pass, or a missed opportunity should never make you shrink from the game. Pressure has a way of exposing players who hide after mistakes, but it also rewards those who keep demanding the ball, keep showing for passes, and keep playing their game. The truth is, pressure in football will never go away. In fact, it only increases the higher you climb. But when you combine your technical skills with a calm, fearless mindset, you stop reacting to pressure and start controlling it. And when you control pressure, you control the game. If you want to consistently keep the ball under pressure, never forget the 3 pillars that everything else rests on: close control, intelligent body positioning, and sharp, situation-based decision-making. These are not flashy tricks or highlight reel moves. They are the core habits that allow you to survive and thrive when the game gets tight. Close control keeps the ball in your command, no matter how little space you have. It's the glue between your boots and the ball, giving you the confidence to take on opponents or hold possession without fear. Body positioning is your invisible armor. By using your arms, hips, and shoulders to shield the ball, you make it physically difficult for defenders to win it cleanly. You become a wall that they have to get through, and most won't. Decision-making is where it all comes together. You can have the perfect touch and shield like a rock, but if you force the wrong move at the wrong time, you undo all your good work. The best players read the game, adapt to what's in front of them, and make choices that help the team, not just feed their ego. When you train these 3 areas together, your touch, your physical protection, and your mind, you stop being reactive and start being proactive. You're no longer just surviving under pressure, you're using it to your advantage. You'll frustrate defenders, control the tempo, and dictate how the game is played. Remember, the players who stand out aren't always the fastest or the flashiest. They're the ones who can stay composed, protect the ball, and make the right decision at the right time. Master these skills, and you won't just stop losing possession. You'll start controlling matches, even in the most intense moments. The beauty of mastering ball retention under pressure is that it elevates your game no matter where you play, whether you're the engine in midfield, the wall in defense, or the spearhead in attack. It's not just a technical skill, it's a match-changing ability that can completely flip the momentum of a game. For midfielders, keeping the ball under pressure is the heartbeat of control. The middle of the pitch is where pressing traps are set, where the ball changes hands the most, and where one mistake can lead to instant danger. If you can hold onto the ball here, you can dictate the tempo, switch the play, and feed your attack with purpose. Take Luka Modrić as an example. Even when surrounded by 2 or 3 defenders, he has the calmness, balance, and vision to glide out of tight spaces before picking the perfect pass. Watch him in a Champions League knockout game. You'll see him receive the ball under intense pressure, drop a shoulder, shield with his body, and turn a dangerous moment into an attacking launchpad. That's why teammates trust him with the ball, and opponents hate giving him space. For defenders, keeping the ball under pressure is about turning danger into control. When opponents press high, one poor touch or panic clearance can put you in trouble. But if you can calmly shield, pivot, and find a safe outlet, you break their press and instantly shift the momentum in your team's favor. A defender who can do this isn't just a stopper, they're a playmaker from the back. For forwards, ball retention is the difference between a half chance and a goal. Strikers and wingers often receive the ball with their back to goal, a defender breathing down their neck. If they can hold off that challenge, spin, and either pass or shoot, they turn tight situations into scoring opportunities. Forwards who keep the ball under pressure force defenders to commit, opening gaps for themselves and teammates to exploit. No matter your role, this one skill makes you more reliable, more valuable, and more dangerous. It turns you from a player who reacts to the game into a player who shapes it.